So with my jig fully complete, the next thing I want to do is finish off adding in its details and save it out. So I'm going to the left-hand details panel. I'm going to scroll up and add in a description. It can also be a great idea to add in a date and the creator's name. This will just mean that it's easy for you to track down who created the jig so that they can make any changes necessary. Tags are a great way for refining your searches in the Create tab of the JigSpace app. If I add in hairdryer, it will just make it easier to search for. I could also add in a part number, and that will help you understand which of the models contain which parts in case there are any updates. Now we have our thumbnail from the initial model, but it no longer reflects the main focus of this jig, which is the internal components. So I'm going to change which thumbnail I use. So clicking back into our scene, I'm going to select step 3, which shows the hot air inside our hairdryer, and I'm going to use this as our new thumbnail image. It's good to create a new thumbnail image so that you can differentiate it from that demo file we saved out earlier. And now we have a couple of other tools. We have our presentation options. Here you can change the background color of your jig. This can be a great option for when you have a model with lots of small white or silver pieces in the scene. If you select the black background, these will contrast against that quite well. You can also select a color that matches your product branding. It's up to you. But in this case, I'm going to keep it white for now. And we also have autoplay steps. And when I select this, it opens up our menu. Now, when you autoplay steps, you can select the time it takes for each step to loop onto the next one. I would recommend that you find which step has the longest instructions or text in it, and you time yourself reading that. And then you use that time as the time for the looping, because you want to make sure that everyone has the ability to read your text before it steps on. You can also add looping to your jig. That will just mean that when you hit your final step, it loops back to step 1 and continues through the jig. In this case, I'm just going to keep this option off. And now we have our sharing of jigs. If you want to share a jig link, it's important to make that jig link public. This means that you can share it amongst employees or amongst stakeholders of your jig, and they can have a look at it. And if you need to make it private later on, you can just select it and switch it back to private. And then those links will no longer be active. For now, I'm just going to leave it on. And then you can copy this, and this link will allow you to share the jig via email or any other media. You can also share it on chats. People will be able to click on the link, and if they have the app installed, it will automatically load them straight into the jig. And if it doesn't have the app installed, it'll take them to our loading page where they'll be able to download the app. And then once they click on it again, it'll load straight in. And one of our final options is team access. So this can be a great option if you're working within a company account and you want other people to be able to view and review your jigs. By clicking this and selecting OK, anyone that opens up the JigSpace app and logs into their own account will be able to see it in their Team Jig section. So with all of this completed, I'm going to press save and go back out into the main menu. And now, as you can see, we have our two jigs here, both the base model and the demo jig. And if I go to Team Jigs, And as you can see, our hairdryer jig demo has loaded into the Teams jig section. And if I select this and go to the details panel, I can also create a QR code of this jig. So using this image and saving it out, I will be able to add this to any form of media that I have. I can add it to pamphlets or instruction manuals, and people will be able to load up my jig and learn more about our new product.